the worship of Paramashiva. And in fact, not only the lotus flower, but even the lotus leaf, the lotus pericarp, the um, the lotus petals, everything is offered in the worship of Paramashiva. And even in our arts and architecture, you'll always see lotus being used. That is because lotus is considered as a divine flower, because it always reserves its powers and its qualities of elegance and radiance, no matter what kind of adverse situation that it goes through. Yes, so you can offer the golden lotus in any size that you wish and be blessed to have the state, space, powers, and being a baby in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situation in your life. Yes, let's go on to the next offering. The next offering is the golden toe ring. And in popular culture today, we are all seeing the toe ring. Many girls are using it as a fashion statement. However, the toe ring is actually very customary. It's a Hindu tradition, and in fact, it has so much of significance because of the following verse, where Devi Parashakti and her toenails are said to have the power to remove all of the darkness of ignorance from your lives and literally bestow on you the ultimate experience. And I'll just be chanting that verse before proceeding on. Nakhadiditi samchana namajjana tamo guna padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha. You whose brightness from toenails destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees, who's prostrating at your feet, you whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. Yes, let's go on to the next slide. So this beautiful toe ring offering, the Swarinameti, is able to literally liberate you and keep you in a space of constant gratitude for receiving the blessings of Devi Parashakti even in the most difficult aspects of life. Yes, the next offering we have is the golden hairline jewelry, the Swarna Mantika. And this is reference from again this Lalita Sahasranama, where Devi Parashakti is described as the Shuddha Sarvi Varshini, meaning she who makes the nectar flow in all of our nerves from the Sahasrara. She who gives a very pleasant experience of the ultimate. And in the Hindu tradition, the Mantika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara, which is fully open, and Devi Parashakti herself being the one whose thousand petaled lotus, the Sahasrara Chakra, is fully opened, and she gives that experience to all of us. We offer this Parnamankita as an offering of gratitude for giving that experience to us. And you can offer this Mangtika to Devi Parashakti and receive her blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion. Yes, and the next offering is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, another very precious offering that you can make. And this is a very elaborate puja done at the feet of the Guru and, of course, as the feet of Devi Parashakti. And this is especially more beneficial because it's not just any god or goddess whose feet you're worshipping, but the feet of the Guru. And whether it is the Guru Paduka Stotam or the Guru Gita, whatever it is, the Guru Paduka have hundreds of references of how auspicious they can be. Just with the grace of the feet of the Guru, so much can be bestowed on you. And that is the very power of the feet of the Guru and the grace of the Guru. And also in the shlokam number 83 of Sounded Lahari, it states that the nails that have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. And Tamoguna here means darkness, and the stotram tamas is indicative of the ignorance in the minds of devotees. And by constantly prostrating before Devi Parashakti, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. So, offering this Pratyakshapada Puja blesses the Yajaman with all the auspicious blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And any incarnation, all the incarnations of Paramashiva, whether it is Adi Shankaracharya, who was living in around 0 AD, and even Sri Satya Sai Baba, one of the modern day incarnations of Paramashiva, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, all always praise and encourage the Guru Tattva, the principle of the Guru disciple relationship, and cherishing the Guru disciple relationship in your life. Especially the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism always seeks and initiates all of his disciples into having that beautiful oneness relationship with the Guru and using that and attaining Paramashivoham as the ultimate experience. And you can do that literally through this Tikshapada Puja offering. The next offering we have is the Vastra Seva. And as you can see, the offering of the Vastra Seva is the offering of the sacred cloth. And you'll again receive all the auspicious blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with this offering. And this brings us to a conclusion of all of the different offerings that we have. In the next slide, you'll be able to see a table of all of the various offerings, the Ihundi offering, the Sankalpa chanting, the Devi Sahasranama Kastu, the Mukta Anguti, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the Swarna Metti, the Swarna Mankika, the Pratyakshapada Puja, and the Vastra Seva. And today, especially it being the live darshan, is a very auspicious day to offer any of these offerings, and you can ensure that you are making these offerings. And also, you can see that there are various levels of each and every one of the offerings. Several of them have different levels that you can offer, either $75 or $151 or $251. And there's several which have various levels. And there's also offerings which are very minimal, and then also offerings which are might be more substantial for you. So whatever is where you feel comfortable today and you would like to make an offering for your donation, and you'd like to just simply offer your gratitude today to Devi Parashakti for gracing each and every one of us, then you have so many options. You don't need to feel insufficient or incapable in any other way. You can simply offer whatever you want today. So now let us go into this 3-stage easy process for making a donation today. And first of all, if you are any of these offerings have piqued your interest and you would like to offer, you are sure that that is the experience that you want to experience the oneness, and you are understanding the context behind these offerings is ultimately oneness with Devi Parashakti and with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. But perhaps maybe right now you're not able to gather the funds, or you're not having the resources for making an offering, then you don't have to worry. You can start manifesting these offerings today in some way. And the very powerful way of doing that is making your sankalpa, making the intention for making an offering. And you can make an intention by filling out this form, tiny.cc/BHAVASAMADHI. And you can fill out this form, and literally it's the first step towards manifesting the offering which you would like to do. And if you are interested in making this offering, if you need help in manifesting, or if you need more details, you can go ahead and fill this form. If you are ready to make a payment today, you want to make an offering, especially now because it's the live darshan of Devi Parashakti, this is a beautiful time to make an offering. Then you can go to tiny.cc/Devi-offerings, and you'll be able to follow a very quick process in order to make a payment. You'll be able to select in the drop-down menu the offering that you'd like to do, add that to your cart, and then review your whole cart, all the items that are in it, make sure that you're only offering what you'd like to, and then you can proceed for checkout, and then fill out your billing details, your payment details, and then after that, it's a done process. So again, if you're used to online shopping, this is a very easy process. And even if you're not used to it, it is Very easy. It's just 3 clicks and you can be done and ready to make your offering. The last stage that we ask all of the Yajamans today is to fill out the Sankalpa 2021 form. And this form is just submitting your details for the puja and your names and all of the names of the people you are offering on behalf of today. And those names will be chanted during the puja, and you'll be ensured to have the blessings of Devi Parashakti bestowed on you and your family, your friends, whomever you want. So once again, make sure that you are following these steps and take a step today to make an offering, whether it is the registration form, whether it is a payment, or please remember again to make sure that you are filling out the Sankalpa 2021 form also. Another option that we also have for making a donation is through YouTube Super Chat. And if you are a member of the YouTube channel, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, first of all, if you're not a member, I highly encourage that you become a member as the benefits are amazing and you get access to 20,000 hours of discourses, special satsangs, dikshas, darshans, intimate sessions, all of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism since the time that he started his public mission. And you can ensure that you have access to all of those at any given time. You can also make sure that you get a notification every time that there's a live event taking place. Like, for example, today, where we have the live darshan, you will be able to get a notification as soon as that announcement has been made. And you will not miss a live darshan again. And also, you'll be able to go back in case you might not be able to attend the live darshan as well. You can go back and see all of the videos as well. So there's so many benefits to becoming a member of Kailasa's SPH on the YouTube channel. You can ensure that you are joined as a member, and you can go to the super chat and make sure that you are asking you're making a donation through the YouTube super chat. So with this, we are now coming into a conclusion of this segment in today's program, and we're going to be going on now to the next segment. The next segment of today's program will be where the Adi Kailas Sarvagnapeetham representative give us the latest updates of the multi-layer quarantine center being administered right now in Adi Kailash Sarvagnapeetham, and so much benefit, so much of protection being offered through these Kailasa COVID care centers, which has even been recognized for a very productive technique for COVID-19 and multilateralism by the United Nations itself. So we'll now be going on into the next segment of today's program after a very quick break.
Nithyanandam, everyone, welcome back. Now, in this segment, we are going to see the Kailasa's multi-layered quarantine opportunity for India during the COVID-19 as a practical solution resulting in health, joy, and bliss. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam with the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Now, on June 5th, 2021, Devi has revealed the Akashic readings about the mental health of the, especially the young adults and many across the world suffering due to the pandemic. And what needs to be done, Devi revealed: live a spiritual life, do yoga, um, and the state of the world across the world, how the various reports reveal the same. So let's understand more about this. Revelations to the world by the Devi Parashakti on 5th June 2021. Devi revealed that not only people dying in crores, financial and mental retardedness, you will also see minds getting collapsed. Freedom from all this suffering is the life of living enlightenment. First, prevent yourself from this deadly corona. Oh, people, do the job of saving your life as first priority. Listen properly, people. The only way to protect yourself from this overflowing cosmic pralaya and from the demonic people who search for destruction for themselves and for others because of pralaya, the go to Adi Kailasa, getting shelter at the feet of Paramashiva. Save yourself from karuna and hell and death, economic crisis and mental collapse that is formed because of corona. Save yourself and move towards living enlightenment. Move towards Paramashiva Parampurul, doing yoga and tapas, doing seva to all the devotees of Paramashiva. Live a good life. Just for that, I have opened the doors of Adi Kailasa for all those in the universe, not only human beings, as even Siddhas, Jnanis, and Yogis have come and are doing penance in Adi Kailasa for everyone who come. Goodness, prosperity, Jnanam, and Yogam will overflow. Do not have fear, and bliss is there. Do not have worry, I will protect with goodness. Just for that, I have opened the doors of Adi Kailasa. For all those in the universe, not only human beings, as even siddhas, jnanis, and yogis have come and are doing penance in Adi Kailasa. For everyone who come, goodness, prosperity, jnanam, and yogam will overflow. Do not have fear, bliss is there. Do not have worry, I will protect with goodness. Happiness is there, enlightenment is there. Do not have fear, a bliss is there. I am solving sufferings. I am the Samaya Purattu Kannattal who comes and helps at the right time. These are the revelations, glimpses of some of the revelations about mental health issues by the Devi Parashakti on 5th June 2021, and the media articles confirming the same on 6th June 2021. The psychiatric symptoms like depression, anxiety exhibited by COVID 19 patients, according to a new study, neurological symptoms like depression and anxiety are also showing to be common in those who have contracted COVID 19, even in more mild cases. The BMC study, BMC Psychology, a media article confirming the same on 8th June 2021, what they revealed on 5th June 2021. According to this article, which is published on 8th June 2021 on BMC Psychology, the impact of COVID 19 on the mental health of US college students. The results indicate that students closer to graduating faced increases in anxiety, which is 60.8%, feeling of loneliness 54%, and depression 59.8%. Many reported worries for the health of loved ones most impacted their mental health status. Excuse me. And the need to take care of family most affected current and future plans. That is 31.8%, almost one half of students took to exercising and other remedies. Revelations about the mental health issues by the Devi Parashakti on 5th June 2021 and the research confirming the same on 10th June 2021. The rates of anxiety and depression among the college students continue to soar, the researchers say. Researchers at the Dartmouth College who have tracked the moods and behaviors of about 200 college students for over 4 years say stress levels are at their highest. By Lauren Lumpkin, the Dartmouth College researcher, um, began tracking 217 students when they entered the school as freshmen in 2017 in the hopes of understanding how they behave. They have seen students' stress levels rise and fall, usually in tandem with midterm and final exams. But since the onset of the coronavirus pandemic, rates of depression and anxiety have soared and have showed no signs of coming down, said the Andrew Campbell, a researcher and computer science professor. The psychology today, the psychological trauma and PTSD event, how this pandemic will result in trauma responses. Much has been said about the mental health crisis that is occurring related to the coronavirus pandemic. Much of this information has focused on the all consuming anxiety, panic, and fear that many are experiencing. While this is important and needs to be at the forefront of discussions, something that has not been discussed in the psychologically traumatic nature of what our nation and our world and is experiencing. The increased prevalence of post traumatic stress disorder is expected to emerge as a primary factor driving the growth of the global post traumatic stress disorder therapeutics market over the period of assessment. Global post traumatic stress disorder PTSD therapeutic market, which showed that in 6 months in 2019, from January to um, June, the 6 months period, what it used to be, and what in just 27, there's a raise, it's going to be a raise in 11.91%. According to the CNN, there is a high prevalence of mental distress in countries across the globe due to the coronavirus pandemic, especially among the healthcare workers and children. According to the United Nations and the World Health Organization, the impact of the pandemic on people's mental health is already extremely concerning. The WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom said in a news release recently. It is now crystal clear that the mental health needs must be treated as a core element of our response to and a recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, Tedros added. Yoga greatly improves mental, spiritual, and physical health. These are the solutions Devi also revealed, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continuously insists on doing the yoga on a daily basis and do the other spiritual practices. So, people who practice yoga experience less anxiety, less depression, and fewer symptoms of post traumatic stress disorder. Yoga also improves well being, including increased gratitude, relatedness, acceptance, centeredness, empowerment, and self esteem, the compassion, self awareness, and hope. Yoga can help us the stress and self-regulate as an important tool in the current time. We are all equipped with innate coping strategies for responding to stress. But sometimes our stress responses can become out of balance. We are living in a world that regularly activates our sympathetic response, the body's way of responding to stress, sometimes called fight or flight. This is balanced by our parasympathetic response, the way our body helps us to rest and relax. Yoga can help bring our parasympathetic response back online and allow us to find balance. Activating our parasympathetic response brings us into a more restful space and allows us to find calmness, connection, and compassion. The deep, mindful breathing of yoga and meditation stimulates the vagus nerve, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system and supports self regulation and stress management. Yoga can be a valuable tool for self care, especially in challenging times. Yoga is now being used as an empirically based treatment, often in combination with other interventions, with benefits for both physical and mental health. Many clinicians are recommending yoga as it may help support the effectiveness of the traditional treatment approaches. The psychology today revealed that when we actively choose a tool of self care, we better equip ourselves to survive and seek resilience in different circumstances. While it is but one tool, yoga offers the potential for connection and well being, even in these challenging times. Spirituality, spirituality benefits mental health. Research shows that individuals have better mental health and if they belong to a particular community or have religious beliefs. Spirituality can help people in many ways. First and foremost, spirituality or religion can help people find meaning in their life, which is instrumental in improving one's mental health. Spirituality can perhaps helps you connect with your divine self. In addition to endowing meaning to your life, it has the potential to improve mental, physical, and emotional well being as well. It has been a source of relief and comfort from various challenging issues for thousands of years. Paramashiva is very clear. Focus on making your body alive, life alive. Mind is obsessive compulsive reaction. It is nothing but a bunch of unconscious reactions. Do not try to sympathize with the mind. Make your body and life alive. That is the only priority for all of you. I am talking to everyone who has a little love and sympathy for me. For all of you, take this as a guru walk. Make your body and consciously strong. Gym will build muscles, make you look very nice in the outside, but only yoga and Ayurvedic lifestyle will make your body conscious. Just see all over the world, all the gym bodies are just dropping dead. Only yoga will make your internal organs strong and your ability to manifest consciousness strong. Let me give you the solution from the Paramashiva to protect yourself from this whole pralaya, not just from corona. The amount of depression, mental suffering, the way the whole world is suffering, the kind of poverty happening, people losing their jobs, income, having insecurity, comforts being lost, so much. Just make your life extremely strong. 3 years back, I said, keep yourself alive for next 3 years. I have enough evidence that 3 years back I trained the whole Kailasa, um, the, the first the devotees in their own homes and also the Kailasa inside the Sangha, physically, mentally, psychologically, or consciously for quarantine lifestyle, for being active without getting mentally broken by being in one place, doing intense yoga, making the body and internal organs strong, taking bay leaf, neem juice, tulsi, haritaki, triphala churna, Ayurvedic lifestyle of less food and more energy, more activism. I only told it is for an important reason. Please wake up. Quarantine yourself, build your body. Do not bother about your business or any other profit or anything. This year, if you are alive, that is the greatest profit. Now, the greatest news is um, the Kailasas ecosystems are successfully implemented the what Supreme Pontiff of revived the due to the multi-level quarantine systems. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism successfully, without any case of corona, implemented the multi-layer quarantines to protect from corona, and it is open for one and all. And this has been submitted in the United States, and United States recognizes Kailasa's report on the COVID-19 and multilateralism. You can see the screenshot here projected on the screen, which where you can read this article. You can directly click on this article and read by yourself the report, which is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism page. Some more screenshot of this post on Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's Facebook page. The report published is in the website www.ohchr.org. The Adi Shaivat minority tradition, globalization of disease has led the world to be only as resilient as the least resilient country and person, especially for highly contagious COVID-19, which has spread with a scale and severity not seen since Spanish flu. The variants of the virus, such as the Delta, Delta plus, Epsilon, Gamma, continue to threaten even those vaccinated. The secondary diseases such as black fungus are targeting COVID patients and killing almost 1 and 2% in such cases. Human life is more precious and important than all economic principles or systems in totality, because all these concepts are legitimate only because of their utility value, which is to fundamentally make human life better. At least until this ongoing crisis ends, all economic policies related to money, banking, fixing prices of commodities, etc., need to be revised to make sure no human being suffers from hunger or absence of required medical care. For this purpose, Kailasa has presented a detailed report on effective solution for COVID-19 through the multilateralism that was published by the United Nations on their website www.ohchr.org. The earlier reports recognized by the United Nations are the reports on the rights of indigenous and women and girls, and the second report on femicide. Now, let us see the detailed report on the United Nations published on their website on COVID-19 and multilateralism. A report by the Adi Shaivat Minority Tradition, ASMT, Hindu Community, Kailash Union, which was submitted in the month of June 2021. The introduction is the key obstacles. The globalization of disease has led the world to be only as resilient as the least resilient country and person, especially for highly contagious COVID-19, which has spread with a scale and severity not seen since Spanish flu. The variants of the various virus are Delta, Delta plus, Epsilon, Gamma, such uh, they continue to threaten even those vaccinated. Secondary diseases such as black fungus are targeting COVID-19 patients and killing almost 1 in 2% in such cases. Distorted policy and policy decisions Distorted policy decisions and conflicting principles can lead to polarizations amongst nations and within, leading to various extremes such as the hoarding of vaccines in some places, the wastage of vaccines in others, and an unaddressed shortage of vaccines globally. The pandemic has exposed the uh, fragility of the global system, the disruption in the supply chain, especially in the worrisome for essential food supplies, which proportionately affects the already most vulnerable even more. The lockdowns have brought the global economy into crisis, bringing recessions and worrisome unemployment rates. The frequent lockdowns and the ongoing threats of famine, especially in countries where the employment is predominantly informal, are exacerbating worries that starvation may cause more suffering than the virus itself. Far from the SDG to zero hunger, the number is now predicted to come close to 1 billion. You can see the supporting articles here, which have been published in the United Nations report on the COVID-19 and multilateralism. Now, let us see the solutions which are suggested by this article by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. First, the revised economic policies. Human life is more precious and important than all economic principles or systems in totality because all these concepts are legitimate only because of their utility value, which is to fundamentally make human life better. At least until this ongoing crisis ends, all economic policies related to money, banking, and fixing prices of commodities, etc., need to be revised to make sure no human being suffers from the hunger or the absence of required medical care. As per Hindu principles, the world, including the economy, evolves through the 5 phases: the creation or growth, sustenance or stagnation, recession or revitalization, reinvention, and breakthrough. As per Hinduism's conventional economic growth is observed with when best practices are applied diligently. However, during the times of crisis led us to the fourth and fifth phases, wherein the need to reinvent and deliver a breakthrough becomes both a survival need and an opportunity to surpass any means and measures of conventional economic growth. According to the key nations, increased public expenditure during the Great Depression of 1929, improved the economy. However, the government never completely gave up, trying to balance the budget, which resulted in it never spending enough to bring the economy out of recession until the Second World War. Similarly, the current crisis requires government to temporarily discard trying to balance economic interests that compromise quarantine safety and put human life at risk, and rather reinvent their economic strategies and multilateral coordination for benefiting during the subsequent breakthrough period after the end of the crisis. The Hindu multilateralism, there is an immense inequality in the capacities of the governments, organizations, and people on two grounds. First, health response. Second, economic recovery. Surviving the highly contagious COVID 19, where the world is only as resilient as the least resilient country and person, requires governments, organizations, and people collectively address the crisis. From 3200 BCE, the 56 nations in Asia had multilateral treaties based on the Hindu principle Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That means the entire world is my family. From the Maha Upanishad, chapter 6, verse 71 to 73. You can see the references here which are projected. Next is provide sustainable community livings with a multi-layer quarantine. Home or self-quarantine is not a viable solution for a vast majority of people, for either health, safety, or economic reasons. In Assam, home quarantine has been reported to be a primary reason for a large number of deaths. In some places, governments have moved people out of home quarantine to COVID care centers. Other issues linked to quarantine, especially in small houses, are mental health problems, such as an increase in suicidal ideation, especially amongst the younger population. This requires friendly quarantine setups which are self sustained and sufficient in terms of food stock and supplies, recreation, employment, education, etc. In India, the state governments have attempted to provide free and paid solutions, which face various challenges related to hygiene, exorbitant pricing. Some facilities have seen challenges related to requests for private accommodation. The experimental townships such as Araville have demonstrated a fair amount of success in creating a friendly, safe, and compliant quarantine facility. However, solutions such as Araville are not open to the public. For 2 decades, the leader of the ASMT community, Hindu community, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, had been creating townships like Araville across more than 100 cities in several countries. Most of the townships have um, most of the townships such as ASMT Monastery, India, Bangalore, have been open to offer multiple quarantine as a free public service with free food accommodation, free internet to work from home. The ASMT community has seen a fair amount of success in these townships with zero reported cases of COVID infection in the past 2 years and has already saved many lives. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, has urged citizens worldwide, especially from regions severely affected by the pandemic, to protect themselves as the topmost priority and uh, avail these free quarantine facilities that the community has created, especially as home quarantine has failed many and is known to be um, a primary reason for a large number of deaths in many scenarios. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, has emphasized the need and urged the government worldwide to provide food, safety, medical care, shelter, and all survival needs to all human beings under their care. With absolute multi-layer quarantine until coronavirus is eliminated from the planet Earth, including all different strains of the virus. Now you are seeing the articles published in these multi-layer quarantine facilities. Sorry, the articles published in the United Nations website OHCHR. Now, the next is educate citizens in individual pandemic management. Unlike previous pandemics, the current era provides active, real-time, and visual information about the fatalities. Underreporting of this data may give false hope and make people reckless. Exaggerations in reporting can also make people reckless as they may feel eventual death due to a coronavirus is inevitable. The proper education is extremely crucial as it will dramatically reduce the number of deaths and reduce the challenge on the healthcare systems. Alcohol related deaths have hit a record high during this pandemic, and long post lockdown liquor lines are some extremely worrisome issues regarding which people need to be educated. As a top priority, people need to be given confidence in their life and security about their future for them to stop behaving recklessly or fall into depression and commit suicide. Next is leveraging the best of different economic systems based on charity, barter, and money. Ancient Hindu economic treatise by Paramashiva, the primordial Hindu divinity, describe three kinds of economic systems and their principles. First, for things that do not perish by sharing, such as education and knowledge, Paramashiva recommends that no fee be charged. For survival needs such as food and healthcare, barter and charity are recommended. Third, for all other infrastructure development works and services and commodities, gold and conventional currency based transactions are allowed. These systems are still in a practice in the modern day, but grossly overlooked and not sufficiently studied with their close relation to mainstream economics. The World Health Organization and GISAID provided early access to data regarding the virus. This is an example of an open knowledge economic policy where the critical data about the virus was not monetized. Similarly, the South Korea helped USA across access masks and testing kits. And there was a hope that this would lead to a reciprocal arrangement in terms of vaccine, which is like a barter based model allowed in food and healthcare. Hindu policies for food security. A highly effective concept for ensuring food security in ancient Hindu nations was that of food grain banks. These were prevalent until 18th century. The elderly in villages would start food grain banks with a seed capital of grains collected by fundraising. If any person met with a crisis such as a crop failure, a food grains bank, the food grain banks would lend him grains in exchange for an interest. The compound interest was prohibited in grain banks, which the debtor was expected to return with the principal grain amount during the next harvest. The bank would expand its reserves of food grains basically based on interest earned and donations. At the time of severe crisis such as famine, the entire village would be able to withdraw these grains, and if required, all such grain loans would be written off on humanitarian grounds. The next is Hindu temples, food is shared for free as a policy. This was the case in both ancient times and in modern times. For 27 years, every month, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in his ASMT community has served more than 3 million free organic meals in religious gatherings to everyone without discrimination and has served over 1 billion free meals in total. Such private and public efforts are crucial to ace the threats of starvation, which is estimated to hit a billion people worldwide. And next is monitor global health. The crisis requires government to take aggressive, proactive measures to monitoring health. Smartphone applications have been used by the government that are based on health code color systems that categorize individuals into three color groups based on their health status and travel history, and then determine whether they need to be quarantined. You can see the supporting articles now. Though there were privacy related concerns associated with these approaches, some of these measures, such as agile daily reporting systems for accounting of newly suspected diagnosed asymptomatic cases, number of the deaths, and generating area-wide statistics have played an important role in proactively responding to curb the spread of the disease and are being considered for implementation by the various countries. Now you're seeing the supporting documentation. In Hinduism, this is about traditional medicine, in the article which was published. In Hinduism, nature and public um, planet Earth are registered, respected as living divine mother energies capable of providing us with all our survival needs, that is, food, medicines, etc. Though traditional medicines such as TCM and Ayurveda are effective in addressing COVID related issues, a few years ago, a Nobel Prize was awarded for scientific work based on traditional medicine. The mainstream Western medicine has chosen to characterize Ayurveda as pseudoscience and the TCM as unscientific. Such demeaning of traditional medicine systems have led nations to consider taking defensive unilateral decisions to protect their interest. The outright rejection of traditional medicine is not wise, and such policies should be revisited, especially as these medicine systems are time tested and have kept people healthy for several generations. Kailas Union recommends government worldwide provide solutions like Kailas Hindu medicinal care which includes complete free of charge services such as Ayurveda, Siddha, yoga, Western medicines, and multi layered quarantine for complementing their ongoing public health efforts. You can see the supporting document articles document submitted in this um, Kailas. The nation submitted a report to the United Nations, which now recognizes United Nations recognizes this report on COVID-19 and multilateralism. Everyone should be provided access to traditional healthcare systems free from policies that are prejudicial and discriminatory towards these systems. The creation of food grain bank systems and other traditional economic systems, as described in this report, would help the most vulnerable people of the world. You can see the supporting documentation which were published in the report on COVID-19 and multilateralism. Now, you can use this opportunity and join now in these COVID care protection centers, Kailasa de facto spiritual centers, and save your life. And register now through the link below, https :// kailasa.org / Kailasa care. Now we have the exciting news. The live satsang is going to be at the 7 p.m. 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. We have the you're going to be blessed with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's live satsang at 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. Let's get prepared. Now, having seen the various reports and the Devi Parashakti's readings and on the mental health effects of the majority of the people are getting affected by the mental health related issues, how and they also revealed that the solution is doing the yoga and spiritual practices and related practices. So how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived and been reviving the across the globe so many Kailasas ecosystems, which is mainly based on temple sciences and the related, how these ecosystems are serving the humanity and protecting the lives from corona. Let's see of these more statistics and how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived these ecosystems. Now, across the world, all the doors have shut and the temples have been locked down due to the rise in the pandemic, the Kailasa doors are open to save your life. So now let us see some statistics of the India across India. The temples have been shut down. For example, the Shirdi Siddhivinayak temple shut down till further orders. The Shirdi temple administration took the decision after the Maharashtra government on Sunday announced a weekend lockdown and night curfew in the state to control the spread of coronavirus. Puri Jagannath temple to remain closed for public, um, keeping in view the surge of COVID-19 cases in Odisha and also in Puri. The authorities of the temple of Lord Jagannath in the pilgrim town on Sunday. The famous temple is closed for the devotees since May 5th as a statewide lockdown was imposed by the Odisha government. Not only the Puri Jagannath temple, but all the religious places closed for public in Bhubaneswar as city records the highest daily COVID surge, with the Odisha capital Bhubaneswar registering the highest ever single day spike of 581 new COVID-19 cases. The local municipal authorities recently declared closure of all religious places like temples, mosques, gurudwaras, and churches for devotees till further orders. In Uttar Pradesh, the major Madura temples banned the entry of devotees amidst the COVID-19 surge. Two major temples of the Sapta Devalaya, the cluster of 7 temples in Vrindavan, banned the entry of the devotees in view of the rising COVID-19 cases. On the other side, the Gujarat Somnath temple closed for darshan amidst the COVID-19 surge. In view of the COVID-19 surge infections, the Somnath Temple Trust has announced that the temple will remain shut for devotees from April 11th for an indefinite period. On the other hand, the Chola era temple Murtis beheaded in Tamil Nadu. The Murtis of the Chola era temple have been vandalized in Pudukkoti, Tamil Nadu. A devotee who went to the temple was shocked to find all the Murtis in the temple in a beheaded state. He lodged a complaint with the local police later. The Kailasanada temple uh, in a village of in Pudukkottai is said to belong to the era of Kuluchunga Chola too. With Shiva as the presiding deity, the temple houses other deities such as Ganesha, Parvati, Murugan, Krishna, and Nandi. All of these murtis were discovered in a beheaded state a few days ago. Now, let us see in the times when COVID-19 is rampant, the ancient systems are in lockdown. Ancient temples are in lockdown because of the risk of the widespread corona disease. The devotees of these temples were visiting and having darshan of their gods and goddesses for thousands of years. At all these ancient sacred sentiments have come to a harming halt after the lockdowns have taken place. The religious fervor of the devotees is being lost due to the pandemic. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these Kailasa ecosystem and bringing all the ancient traditions of the online platforms on Kailasa TV, YouTube, and Facebook. Now, let us see the fundamentals of why deity worship. In the Kailasa ecosystems, mainly based on the deity worship, temple based ecosystems. So, let us understand the basics revealed of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Why deity worship? In his own words, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in his own words, please understand, deities are not mere idols, they are embodiment of ideals. We do not worship the idols, we worship the ideals presented through the idols. When the divine is present before him in a form that he can see, touch, and relate to, the transmutation becomes an easy and joyful process. Second, the deities in a real kshetra are always carved in the form of ancient masters and enlightened beings. Even though no longer in the body, they can be invoked through the name or form they used while in the physical plane. When we pray to the deity or chant its name, the corresponding divine vibration is automatically awakened and becomes available on the energy plane to guide and bless us. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals that we mastered the science of bringing the divine to the deities and expressing the divine through the deities. The whole science has been mastered in the Vedic tradition. The revival of temples will be the revival of world peace and world bliss. Revival of temple culture and deity worship, where people are made to look in. That is where the revival of Sanatana Dharma, the Advaita Satya, is going to happen. The divine has infinite, auspicious qualities. And with these auspicious qualities, any one quality they manifest when a devotee intensely prays to protect him, or when they manifest a different form with other different form to protect the whole world. For example, Shiva saved Markandeya from death. Markandeya was born to destined that he was to live only 16 years. On the day of his death, the Kala Lord, the Lord of Death, Kala, arrived to take his life away. And Markandeya, praying intensely since long to know this fact, and he prayed to Paramashiva intensely. And on the day when Kala came to take his life away, he hugged the Paramashiva Linga and intensely prayed to him. And that's when Paramashiva manifested as Kala Kala, the Lord of Death, and saved Markandeya from death, and he became an independent deity as Kala Kala. As Kala Kala, not only he saved the life of Markandeya, he also gave him the boon of eternity. And Markandeya wrote many scriptures, including the Mrityunjaya mantra. Same way, he danced in Paramashiva, danced in ecstasy. That action become Nataraja. Paramashiva, as a Nataraja, performed as a cosmic dancer, performed the Panchakritya so casually, the creation of this universe, sustenance, and the pulling out of the rejuvenation and pulling out of the delusion and giving us the liberation. All these Panchakritya, the 5 actions, he performs just as a cosmic dancer. Similarly, Mahavishnu's every action of showering blessings on the world becomes Lakshmi. Brahma's very action of constantly sharing the wisdom becomes Saraswati. So each of the actions of the ultimate becomes an independent intelligence and energy. When you connect with those independent intelligences, those deities, where you want, whatever you want immediately happens. Whatever result you want, worship with right those divine energies who are the personification of those specific actions. Immediate results are achieved by connecting with those deities. In this world, this can be a powerful method through which you can achieve whatever you want in your life. Join in these COVID care protection centers, save your life, and enjoy the joy, peace, and bliss, and much more. Register now through the link below, https:// kailasa.org, Kailasa, kailasa.org/Kailasa, Kailasace. We will resume the session after a very short break. And today we have an exciting news of 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gracing us with his live satsang. So let's get tuned to the satsang. Let's get prepared for that. We'll resume the session after a very short break.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth.
Yes. Now, welcome back. Now, let us understand the Kailasas ecosystems established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over 27 years. Kailasa is a place where everything related to superconsciousness is revealed. All the sampradayas. The sampradaya is the multiple, the sects of Hinduism, each exploring the science of awakening the individual's peak possibility in a unique, time-tested, foolproof way. So all the sampradayas, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived and established in such a way it never gets lost again. There is forever serving the humanity, says the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, let us understand in his own voice a revival of Hinduism's temple ecosystems.
I am going to revive Hinduism by setting up a model community, enlightenment ecosystem. I am going to create absolutely from the scratch newly. Self-sustaining, temple-based, Hindu ancient enlightenment ecosystem and civilization based on that. Understand? Kailasa is reviving the ancient Hindu enlightened civilization. Paramashiva himself manifested this Kailasa Mandala, the enlightenment ecosystem, and the lifestyle. I am going to revive this whole enlightenment ecosystem, Kailasa, by creating a model Kailasas all over the world.
Next, the adulation of violence in recent lifestyle has enabled disruption in several nations, affecting millions of lives with a mental distress, physical health elements, defalcation of food supply, and pinpointed destruction to the infrastructure of several countries. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has dedicated his entire life and made it his mission to bring the global peace from the ground level through the Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship and Department of Human Services. To bring the humanity to create a life of freedom and peace for every individual on the planet and through the revival of the temple ecosystems. The director of the National Institute of Mental Health, Joshua Gordon, director of the Mental Health, National Institute of Mental Health, pointed out that environmental factors present both a risk and protective influences on mental health. He grouped such factors into three groups. Individual factors such as the microbiome, natural and built components include green spaces, housing, and highways, which may play a role in health disparities. Third, the social factors like family structure, poverty, and other social determinants of health. From 1994 to this date, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has worked tirelessly in the revival of temple ecosystems globally. Through Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship, the Department of Human Services, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, this lifelong commitment to the mission and vision of bringing global harmony and sustainable living and reproductive systems has been proven in building active, contributing temple ecosystems around the world. Now you can see the glimpses of this how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived these ecosystems, the temple ecosystems across the world over 27 years. Now you see the glimpses from 2006, 21st October, the following a meditation under the sacred banyan tree of Adi Kailasa, peacekeepers of Kailasa, along with the children of the Nithyananda Gurukul, celebrate the auspicious occasion of Diwali. This picture is taken in Adi Kailasa, Sarvagnapeetam. Now, on 22nd, 2018, the peacekeepers of Kailasa and the practitioner participants of the Paramashivoham meditation workshop take part in a celebration of a traditional flag hoisting ceremony. These pictures again are taken from Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetam. Now you're seeing the pictures are where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting Nithyananda Spurana Convention, the Life Bliss Program Level 2 meditation workshop, Chennai, India. The picture is taken on 14th December 2006. Now you're seeing the pictures are from 17th December 2006, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Nithyananda Spurana Convention, which is also called the Life Bliss Program Level 2 at St. Peter's Engineering College, Chennai. Now you're seeing the pictures from 2006 Himalayan Yatra. The peacekeepers of Kailasa and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embark on the Himalayan Yatra, the traditional sacred pilgrimage to the Himalayan mountains and up to the river Ganga Harshil. Now, the temple ecosystem of Tirunamalai serves as the driving factor in maintaining the lifestyle of health, wealth, and well-being for the citizens of Tirunamalai, where you find in these pictures where Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself welcoming the lakhs of devotees at the Tirunamalai in a procession. He is waving the flag to welcome the devotees. And now you're seeing the pictures of these peacekeepers of Kailasa and the participants of the Paramashivoham meditation workshop take part in morning meditation and traditional puja or ritualistic worship. The pictures are taken on 31st December 2018. Now you're seeing the pictures of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, the distribution of sweet butter as part of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, which the pictures are taken on 17th August 2014. And now we are seeing the pictures from 17th January 24 again as part of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations of where you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and all the peacekeepers of Kailasa joyfully celebrating the festival with so many activities. Now you're seeing the pictures as part of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations where you see the peacekeepers of Kailasa distributing the free organic food to the to one and all. Now you're seeing the pictures of where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself demonstrating the value of the Karaseva. The picture is taken on 11th September 2006, where the peacekeepers of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, take part in Karaseva, the voluntary contribution of physical service towards the cleaning or construction of the sacred Hindu temple. The pictures are taken in Adi Kailasa, Bidadi, Bangalore. Now you're seeing the pictures are from way back in 2013, 2nd Jan, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, arrives with the volunteers and Kailasa's peacekeepers to provide relief efforts to the cyclone-hit Pondicherry region through the distribution of food, water, basic necessities, medical camps, and clearing the local roads for further relief efforts. This picture is taken in Pondicherry, South India. Now you're seeing the pictures of taken on 4th January 2012, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism monitoring the food preparations as to serve to the victims as part of the Thane flood relief. And you can see the Pondicherry Thane flood relief medical camps, which are clicked on 3rd Jan 2012. Now, Kailasa's ecosystems around the world, you can see the ecosystems across the globe, across the continent, they have spread. Way back in 1994, the leftmost picture where you see Mataji Vibhudananda Puri, you can see the picture along with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Kailasa in Tirunamalai, it traditionally passed on to the hands of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And on this right, you see the same Tirunamalai Adhinam in 2017, where the Kailasa in Tirunamalai receiving visitors and delegates for the Kalpataru meditation workshop and Shivadiksha. Now you're seeing the pictures of Kailasa in Tirunamalai, January 2011, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself directly serving the Annadanam. And you can also see the rightmost picture where he's and part of the traditional temple services at Tirunamalai. On 11th March 2017, Kailasa in Tirunamalai, thousands arrived to celebrate the enlightenment ecosystem and to traditionally meet the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And you're seeing the pictures from Tiruchangodu Sarvajna Peetam, which is also called Adi Nithyananda Peetam. The first temple ecosystem established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, at the age of 23, and the banks of the sacred Kaveri River in 2001. This was the start of the borderless Hindu temple ecosystem, and we know today as Kailasa. Now you're seeing the pictures from Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetam in Bidadi, where you see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established, and this is the first Bhumi Puja, the worship of the Mother Earth, and the first consecration stone placed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. After having a vision of the sacred banyan tree, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had established the Adi Kailasa temple ecosystem with this same banyan tree at its heart. The main headquarters of the Kailasa way back, it's established in in 2003. Now you're seeing the pictures of the Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetam, the deities and the sacred banyan tree of Adi Kailasa, and the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti and the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Linga. All these deities are continuously available for all of you from wherever you are via live stream. Now you're seeing the pictures are from Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetam, where the continuous flow of worship and temple services you can see via live stream. You can see some more pictures now. You're seeing the pictures of Kailasa in Columbus, Ohio, USA. This is the first temple established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism outside of India. The temple physically came to life in just 9 months. The chief presiding deities of the temple are Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti. The deities are 7 feet tall granite, made with granite and weighing 6 tons. And their divine faces have been carved directly, hand carved by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now you're seeing the pictures are from the Los Angeles Kailasa in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles temple is the first inaugurated temple in 2005, then established in its permanent location in 2007. Houses the largest Shivalinga and Rajarajeshwari in North America. Now you're seeing the pictures of that where you, and some more pictures of this temple where the Los Angeles temple is, the temple complex is about 25,000 square foot and housing over 80 plus deities. It is one of the largest Hindu temple ecosystems in the West. Now, you're seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in Seattle, Washington, housing the blissful dancing form of Ganesha, the largest living Nataraja deity outside of India. Kailasa in Seattle is also known as the Chidambaram of the West. The Chidambaram temple, the ancient Hindu temple where Paramashiva resides as Nataraja. The cosmic dancer and expression of Akasha, the space dimension. The Nataraja has also been revealed to be the center of Earth's magnetic equator. Now you're seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in San Jose, California. Inaugurated in 2009, the Kailasa in San Jose radiates the energy of the Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple. The chief presiding deities of the temple are Devi Paramashakti, Devi Meenakshi, the Shivalinga, and Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti, which have been created, installed, and energized by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Madurai Meenakshi Amman Temple, home to Devi Meenakshi, the divine cosmic mother and the consort of Lord Sundareshwara, the most beautiful and blissful form of Lord Shiva. Now we are seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in St. Louis, Missouri. Alongside the Shivalinga and Nithyananda Ganesha, the Kailasa in St. Louis carries the energy of Tirumala Tirupati of South India and houses the one of the tallest Venkateshwara deities in North America, along with his consorts. Sri Devi and Bhudevi. The beautiful landscape nestled among the woods and rolling hills of Missouri stretches over 20 acres. Tirumala Tirupati is one of the most beloved of Lord Vishnu, whose temple is the most visited of any religion in the world. Now we are seeing the pictures are from Kailasa and Phoenix, Arizona, home to over 21 deities and with a temple structure of 2,500 square foot. Kailasa and Phoenix has been directly established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, serving as an energy field of worship, meditation, and celebration for over 7 years. Now you're seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in Houston, Texas. Formally inaugurated in 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has declared Kailasa in Houston as the Parihara Sthala for all the Navagraha doshas. Parihara Sthala, which will remove all ill effects of the 9 celestial bodies. The celestial bodies are held, will hold you responsible for all the good, bad that you did. So, but in the course of time, if anyone realize their mistakes and want to do the prayashchitta, you can do the parihara, where the deities will reduce the effect of the ill effects of mm, the action that you did. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had declared the Kailasa in Houston as the Parihara Sthala for all the Navagraha doshas. Now we are seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in Toronto, Canada. Inaugurated on July 2011, Kailasa in Toronto is the only Hindu temple in the West with all 63 Naimanaths and 18 Siddhas residing as deities. The temple deities here are seated exactly as they existentially preside in Kailasa around Paramashiva, the primary deity of Hinduism. Naivanaths are the most endearing and notable saints of Hinduism, and Siddhas are the meaning the accomplished perfected one. Kailasa in Toronto, Canada, active and alive from 2011 onwards, Kailasa in Toronto has been blessed to radiate the superconsciousness energy of Kailasa. This temple ecosystem goes on providing various temple services to the community, such as Annadan and traditional Hindu ceremonies. Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship, the Department of Human Services, and each of the Kailasa's temple ecosystems consider the right of happiness to be the highest fundamental right to all human beings. In fact, the all beings. The ultimate goal of Hinduism and Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the material and the spiritual well-being and prosperity of humanity. Join now in Kailasa's COVID care protection centers and by registering the link below https:// kailasa.org/Kailasa care. Now let us see the contributions from the Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Nithyanandeswara Paramashiva Devalayam, which is live on NTV and also live stream, is available. The Kalpa Vriksha, this is the Kalpa Vriksha, where available, continuously available to all the devotees for granting whatever they wish for. Now you can see the deities are also available on the live stream. See the various abhishekams, alankaram, the temple rituals are continuously happening. Revelations to the world by the Devi Parashakti on 12th May 2021. Devi revealed that I came as Nija Avatar. I am blessing you, listen people, listen. To do good to all of you, I have taken the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nija Avatar. People of India, listen carefully, listen. Time after time, Bharatam is Jnana Bhumi, where enlightenment have to come. They have to live and it has to flower. Few hypocrites, because they are stuck in delusion, we cannot sacrifice the world. Cosmos cannot be destroyed. The ship I did to save the cosmos from being destroyed, that is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I did to protect beings from Pralaya in Adi Kailasa. Because of conspiracy of Drohis and enemies rule, the captain has to leave the ship. Before 12 years, knowing the great deluge that is going to happen, all Aushadas by this Guru Purnima, that Jnana Rasavadam, Navapashana is going to flower. Allow people to come and take dip in Navapashana flower. People, whoever comes and dip in Vaidya Sarovar, they will not have death, they will not have corona. Crores and crores of people will come in line. Every day they will dip in the Ananda Lingam. On 13th May, Devi continue to reveal that, listen well to my words. For India, I made ship as protection. The Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidyasa rover. Go to Adi Kailasa, O Indians, listen. All those regretting losing Nithyananda Nija Avatara without confusion and without talking, just as a lip service, go to Adi Kailasa. Scores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana water feast and medicine, to get health and protection and enlightenment. To protect India from the great destruction, I, Parashakti, made this huge ship, even if captain is not there, ship is there. When the first world countries closed their doors, their borders during a massive global emergency, Kailasa has opened its not only doors to all without exception. Join the COVID care protection centers. Register now through the link below. https://kailasa.org/Kailasa care. The link is projected. Make use of this opportunity. Save your life and protect from this corona. Now,
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam, Jnanapadati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattamasyadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explains that it is a cognitive shift or manifestation from what you understand as body and mind and to superconscious breakthrough as consciousness, as Paramashiva, the superconscious breakthrough. It is a science of our manifestation. It is a science because it is repeatable.